Hare Krishna. Hope all you are keeping well. Today we are going to have a small discussion, very small discussion on a point which is very important to us. Normally, we do think that we do suffer in this material world, and what is the root cause of it? Always we think that somebody has done something wrong with me, that's why I'm suffering. But truly speaking, we do suffer due to our own deeds. Now you will be asking that what mistake I have done due to which I am suffering now. It may not be this one. This your deeds may not be done now or has been done previously. It is a cyclic process which being controlled by the strict rules of this nature. Uh, so normally we do speak that when we have committed wrong, but we do not remember. So yes, it may happen because we may not be remembering the things, but certainly you have done something wrong. That's why you are suffering. Now, what kind of wrong I have done? Is it totally imagination or is there any kind of this no truth behind it? In Newton's law, we know that whenever we do give a punch to a wall also gives us a punch. Thereby, we do feel pain in our hand. Likewise, if anything, any action we do take, it will give some, obviously give, it will give some reaction. So suppose you do have a garden and if you dug 2 by 2 feet of a ditch, 2 by 2 feet, 2 2 2 feet ditch you have dug. So now the some this on earth or that mud you have taken away from that place, so it will become like a small kind of pit. Now that pit will remain pit until unless some kind of this one material is being put into that. So how much material is required to be put into that pit to cover it as earlier? Because the quantum of mud or quantum of earth material you have collected from there, same amount of material is to put into that. Then only it will be filled. Likewise, whatever we have done, if we have done wrong thing means we have taken loan from somebody. As if we to take loan from somebody, we have to repay it. Likewise, again we do give loan to somebody, somebody will repay me. This is the rule. Now, so whatever I have done against the rule book of God. Now there are two things. One is crime and another one is sin. When we break the rule of the country, then it is called crime. And when we break the rule of the God or rule led by the God, then it is called sin. So it is not always that sin could be this one no crime or crime could be sin. There could be a small deviation because country's rule is some extent different than the God's rule. But now, a country's rule is applicable in this lifetime itself, but God's rule could be applicable in life after life because we are human being in present life. We do not know what had been in my past life or past to past to past and previous lives. Because we are soul, we are traveling an eternal journey until we reach to the our final destination. Our journey will continue to happen. Presently, we are in this form of human life, and the root cause of this form of human life is karma of my previous lives. And the last moment while dying, whatever I have remembered, that wish this one I was carrying at the time of death has been the gateway for this life. And whatever the suffering is due to, it has been my choice to how much this one no pious and how much sinful reactions I have taken to mitigate in this life. When we do take pain or we do suffer here, we are exhausting our balance of our papa, that is sins, sinful reactions, we are exhausting it. So if somebody is suffering more means we have to know it, he is exhausting more of his papas. And if somebody is enjoying more means he is exhausting his pious balance sheet. Okay. So likewise, when we do suffer here, Always we have to remember that we are exhausting our this one, no, accumulation of papas in the form of sanchita. Actually, that whatever the sinful reaction or whatever the fruitful reactions we have do, it is already accumulated in the form of sanchita. Sanchita, it is called sanchita karma phal. And whatever we have come here with that, some part of that we have carried, like piyas and these sinful reactions, papas. So that papas and punnas reactions have been carried by us in this life, and we'll be exhausting those. Papa also will be exhausted, and punna also will be exhausted in this life itself. So we have chosen it before coming here. Now, if you are suffering more, it means we have taken intentionally much more papas so that we can exhaust fast and we can clear our negative balance sheet. And punna, if we are exhausting it, means we are exhausting piyas or fruitful reactions. So it is also dangerous. But why? Why should we think for this accumulation and what is there and not? God has given very simple formula to us that God says in 18.66 says Sarvo Dharman Parityajyo Mam Ekam Sharanam Bhujo Aham Tuam Sarvo Papebho Muksho Ishyami Ma Shucho. He said, you surrender unto me wholeheartedly, and it is my responsibility clear of your all kind of sinful reactions, which is already in various forms, in present life or previous life or whatever may be accumulated on. So everything will be destroyed at once. So better to be intelligent, we must grab this opportunity. Thereby, we can we can delete our all sinful reactions and we can come out of the eternal cycle of life and death. So we got the point that the root cause of our suffering because of our ignorance. We do not know why we are suffering here. That is ignorance. So this ignorance can be eliminated by the light of knowledge, and we can gain this knowledge from Bhagavad Gita. So I request all you to go through Bhagavad Gita or listen or study and make your life successful. Hare Krishna.